underway. Mystics with the 51-33 lead as we enter the third quarter. Again, so many storylines going into this game. DeWanna Bonner and the Phoenix Mercury reaching a buyout agreement yesterday, allowing DB to finish the season with the contender. So goodbye to DeWanna. Kelsey Plum making her Phoenix debut, scoreless in the first half. Maddie Westbeld making her Mercury debut. Citron Iriafen, the second-year pros and all-stars. Extra pass, 7 on the shot clock. Austin, ball on the deck.
The big step.
Wow, and the Mystic bench just...
Austin with the great footwork.
Austin in double figures. Leads this club at 17 points a pop, 9.6 rebounds. And how about an and one? It's her first double figure since July 22nd.
Well, she's second in the league in field goal percentage.
Quiet since that injury, sustained in Indiana. Annie, it feels like forever ago. But this is the kind of game that Mac needs confidence-wise. Both ends of the floor, she's been tough.
And she just has to get some help from some other players.
Austin deep. Mac with the hand straight up. Iriafen knocked away. AT. Citron to beat. Cobb floats her home.
It's all about the defense. Easy baskets.
Copper now with 9 points. Again, coming off that 38-point explosion against Atlanta, where she took that third quarter over with a vengeance. Stepping back, and a tough stick for Austin.
Yeah, Austin with the balance. Spins and keep her foot pivoted there. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at AT as Austin goes flying.
And what a heads-up play, because, you know, you want to get block shots. 5 block shots in that first half by Washington.
Iriafen so deep. Well, there's a late whistle. Yep. Mac here, youngest team in the league, youngest team in playoff history in the WNBA. I mean, what Sydney Johnson has done with these young, talented players is really impressive.
Yeah, Austin in her 5th year at 26 years old, but adding them another veteran on the team, and Mikhail Onyenwere at 26.
Mac trying to step through. Follows her own shot. Oh, Mac is having herself a game.
Stayed with it.
Mac now 7 for 8 from the floor with the 15 points. Oh,
Onyenwere just sneaks behind on that zone.
Onyenwere, one of the elder stateswomen on this team in her 6th year, as Copper is fouled. Scott hits the first one. Time for a quick message from our friends at Auto Nation. Copper trying to hit the second one as well, and does. Copper in double figures.
And just got to chip away for some bad shots.
And more, nowhere to go. 6 on the shot clock. Citron.
What a quick shot.
She hurt Phoenix in game 1 from beyond the arc. Her three-point shooting, Annie, has been way down. One of the real, actually the only downside to this sophomore year for Citron. Boy, she looked good on that shot.
But look at the step-throughs that this Washington team does. Jump stop, they can go anywhere.
Whitcomb, not even close.
Yeah. Struggling from the 3, 0 for 2.
Mercury 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. My goodness.
Yeah, and Kelsey Plum only played 6 minutes in that first half, and she has struggled with her shot. She averages 17 points in those 3.5 games she's played.
Austin Again, showing what she can do when she's healthy. Because of all those injuries. Was good last year. This year, great because she's healthy.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she's got to be talked about as far as most improved. Huge difference.
Last year, comeback player of the year, coming off the hip injuries, ankle injuries, surgeries. This year, you know, she's just even elevated. I love watching Shakira Austin play. Here she is with the ball. On the deck, taking on Plum.
Shall we say it? The hips don't
Season in 2025. This year, they're going to the playoffs and playing so very well. A great July leading into August. Stepping through, not there for Flores. Ball stays with Washington. McMahon will check back in. Citron having a seat. Again, the bench play of Washington in this game has been electric. Austin can't get the roll. Betts tried to tip it to herself. Instead, here comes AT.
good block out.
Rashawn thought twice about going up against Austin. AT smart, taking advantage of the mismatch she had against McMahon.
NBA title. Mike Tebow was the coach, and Emma Misa-Min was the MVP at Elena Deladon. But Plum coming in, knocking down a shot. But Alyssa Thomas, who was on the bench for Nate Tibbetts as the associate head coach, was on that championship team along with Natasha Cloud.
And that last basket by Plum was her first basket.
Anyone that stops on a dime quite like Kelsey Plum. She was so in control when she's attacking the basket.
And believe it or not, that's the first field goal scored by the Mercury bench this entire game. 64-46. Ball off the hands of Betts. Here comes Copper. Full head of steam. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, just surveying on that. Copper now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. She's got 5 rebounds with her 11 points.
Copper towing the line, as Annie mentioned. (64-47). Wide open, long ball, not there.
And McMahon comes up with it, and Plum just reaches in and knows it. You get in a game situation with another opponent, it's completely different.
First game for Plum since August 9th, when these two teams met in the district. Plum had to come out after aggravating that calf injury. Look at Ka. Wow, look out. I mean, that is hustle personified. And obviously, the Mercury well represented. Copper, Plum, Nate Tibbetts will be part of Team USA. Valou, Ayayi with the French national teams will play for Belgium. Plum. There's the long ball.
Yeah, did a two-man game right there with Alyssa Thomas. Just did. He said, oh, I'm going to reach a little higher for that one. Boy, Washington moves the ball so well.
They're letting Flores just shoot that 3 ball.
Well, Nate Tibbetts saying, look, I want to foul. She had inside position.
And another technical wasn't given. Tibbetts backed off at the last second. Good look at Nate. Plum pleading her case.
Well, Alyssa Thomas has to do a little bit better acting job, and when you get pushed from behind, just fall forward.
64-50. 2:53 left to go in the third quarter. Still anybody's ball game, but Phoenix is going to have to play some mighty good defense.
Yeah, that's not in the DNA of Alyssa Thomas.
Rimming out. Citron.
Oh, she's going.
Yeah. Plum, quick shot, not there. Iriafen with the rebound.
And that's just Kelsey Plum's legs, you know, the timing and everything, and pressure shot.
7 rebounds now for Iriafen. She's double-double waiting to happen, and just a smart play by Citron.
Now this is Washington team. They just
First game against the Merc with the 19 points and 5 triples. You know, it's interesting, Citron obviously starring at Notre Dame, but kind of in the shadow, if you will, of Hidalgo and Miles. And Washington couldn't wait to draft her, and she's been phenomenal.
Yeah, 88% free throw shooter. Gets to the line.
Averages almost 17 a pop. She and Austin leading the team in scoring for the Mystics. Plum starting to feel it, Annie.
Well, the confidence of wanting the ball in her hand, too, and understanding how to get her teammates involved.
7 points now after going scoreless in the first half. Didn't play much at all in the first half. Annie mentioned it, about 6 minutes. Under 2 to go in the third. Can't trade buckets.
Well, again, over the back, nothing called, and
Plum acquired right before that trade deadline in early August. Oh, heartbreaker there. Citron knew that was good. The second it left her hands, trotting back.
Yeah, shoots under 32% from threes, but knocking them down tonight. Forcing the foul. What a tough shot.
Copper had no angle. She was basically...
When you look at the scoreboard, it makes things different. I mean, but if you're not looking at the scoreboard, you just say, okay, we got to play the game and play each possession. And we've seen Phoenix get back into games when they do that.
Copper starting to feel it too, Annie, with the 15, number 4 score in the W. What an answer. Iriafen knocks it down. And that quiets the crowd.
That's only the 12th one she's hit this season.
Yeah, but 30% you can live with that. She's going to nick you on occasion from deep. Good answer. You got to have stops, though, Annie. Final 35 of the third quarter. Dumping it inside, Betts.
And Linskin, she's got to, if she's going to foul, go up the shot off.
Betts completes the three-point play. She has been really good off the bench. The depth of this club.
And she just averages under 17 minutes a game. Nice pass.
What a look inside from Plum to AT. Plum stepped foot on the court here for the first time ever wearing Mercury gear. The place went bananas, and she's having a third quarter. Dumping it inside. Picture perfect. Betts in double figures.
Washington just getting the ball inside, and outscored Washington by 1 in that third quarter.
Fourth quarter underway.
I don't know where that pass was going.
Ayayi looking to inbound it.
Oh, nice pass.
New career high for Mack.
Yeah, 8 of 10 from the floor.
What a game she's had. The 17 points to go along with 6 boards. Nearly 10,500 here at Mortgage Matchup Center. Hoping for a comeback. Wow.
What, that was a offensive foul.
Whoa. Challenge by the Mercury, unsuccessful. The foul goes against AT. And what a circus finish for Austin.
Which is Valu, and I think that's what everybody saw was the push.
Yes.
Valu losing her balance, and Onyewede with a big offensive rebound off the free throw lane.
Mack grabs the miss. 7th board of the game to go along with the career high 17. Austin, Iriafen with 16 apiece. Citron with 16. I don't know how AT got that one off.
Nothing call, a little contact, but it was a good finish.
Thomas now with the 14 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. Remember, coming off a triple-double in that loss against Atlanta. playing it home. The long ball.
Onyenwere has not missed tonight.
She has been perfect, and she's in double figures as well. Onyenwere. Every year she just gets a little bit better from deep and expands her game. Mystics Club, including Onyenwere, who played and coached at UCLA, Annie.
Yes, and Noelle Quinn is an assistant coach this year, who was in Seattle last year. And
yeah, good one.
An assistant on the Canadian national team with Nell Fortner as the head coach.
Ooh, look at that block inside by Mack. Again, impacting the game, both ends of the floor. What a game by Mack. Plum. Mack, ball on the deck. Can't get the finish. 8-4 to the game for Erie Fen.
Yeah, the contest by Austin made it.
Love that. So does the crowd. Turnover. AT has got Betts to beat. Goes right at Lauren and scores.
A great attack by Thomas.
Turnover leading to a deuce on the other end. Mercury needing some stops and then some. Austin, who has been dynamic, 6 on the shot clock now. Ooh. Executed to perfection. Citron with.
Well, you talk so much about their offense. They're 13th in scoring in the league, but it's their defense. They're number 2 defensively in the league.
18 points now for Citron. And she's got the 8 assists to go with them. That ties a career high in the helper department. Another big game for Citron against Phoenix. Play whistle dead.
First in so many, and again, their size, but it's not their size. I mean, the fact that they get inside and they pursue the ball.
It's a great point. You love their length, yeah, but it's their angles, it's their positioning. I think Mack was the one to strip that. Here comes AT. And Mack beating everybody down the floor to add to her career high point total.
Well, great heads-up play by AT. Just all the way saw Mack get good position.
AT having a game to remember.
Wow, they were just knocking shots down.
Well, it was kind of a clunker, but Kiki gets it home. That was a tough step back over AT. Betts grabbing yet another carom. 86-68, 5:40 left to go in the fourth. Look at Betts working hard. That is all hustle by Lauren Betts. Betts, one of the many players off the bench for Washington that has made a difference. Mack playing the defense inside. Look at the bounce pass. AT to the streaking Copper. You bet.
Great heads-up play. Those two really work well together.
Copper now with 17 points after a quiet first quarter. With defensive. So we'll go along with 16 points and 7 rebounds. That's good defense by Copper. Ooh. But she'll pick up the foul.
Lainey Hamel face goes down.
Fourth personal foul on Copper. Good job, Annie. Rutgers pals, they decided to go to Rutgers together, did Lainey Hamilton and Ka Copper, as Citron will go to the line.
And just talking about C. Vivian Stringer, the unbelievable players that have played for her, over 20 in the WNBA have been drafted, played at Cheney State. Nice pass again by AT to Ka Copper.
Those two, as you mentioned, Annie, working so well together. It's been a tough season for the Mercury, and yet the fans delight in watching Copper and AT do their thing.
Yeah, you look at the bright spots. You have to.
What an answer, Amor.
Her first 3 of the game.
Double-double now for Natasha Mack with the 16 points, the 10 assists, and remember, 3 rebounds. As Citron triple-double watch, she's 3 rebounds short of another triple-double. Ka, 1 point shy of yet another 20-point game, and Plum making her Mortgage Matchup Center debut. Wow. Amor.
Yeah, Plum went behind on the screen, and Amor just turned on the jets to turn that corner and get that layup away from Alyssa Thomas.
Well,
we had her at 7.
Okay, now they have her at 6, you're right. And she's probably finished for the at home. So the playoff teams are set, Annie, with Dallas clinching that 8th and final playoff berth. Big rebound, Iriafen with another carom. Nothing called inside. Double for Kiki. 18th double-double of the season. She has been unbelievable. She and Austin. Ooh, Linskens coaches at home. Nice high-low with Baloo and Kiki. Linskens.
Yeah, Ayayi with a nice pass. Linskens had the mismatch down low.
Last 2:30 of this game. The Mystics looking to make it 2 straight over the Mercury after being swept by Phoenix last year.
Look at Betts just reach over Westbell. And one of the reasons she doesn't get called for a foul, she goes up with 2 hands.
Betts wants it down low. They aren't finding her. You got to throw it up if you're Washington. And here comes Brochant. Amor to beat, and she does.
Well, certainly at the end of this game, and Nick Tippett's giving players a chance to play, and he's watching them for the next, games that they're going to play and how much time they're going to play and get in that game, because the bench is going to have to come through a little bit more for Phoenix down the stretch.
It has been a total team effort for Washington tonight.
Twice. Washington kind of struggling on the shot clock there. This is the defense by Phoenix. It's so difficult to stop them, not just inside, but this Washington team shoots such a high percentage, shooting over 50%, and that's what they did in the first meeting. The numbers were pretty even, but I would say
tonight for Phoenix. Great pass inside Linskens, but Brochant couldn't get her home. Only 2 triples for Phoenix. They're 2 for 16 from deep, Annie. The 2 long balls, right now that ties a season low. As Rory Harmon doesn't get a lot of looks, the small guard out of Texas. The bench goes bananas as she comes in and scores.
Yeah, Harmon had been waived, and then they brought her back.
Well, there's
her ability to play that point guard.
So the 3rd triple of the game for Phoenix. Final minute of this game. Great to see Kelsey Plum wearing Mercury gear and making her
not start the game. Played 4 minutes in that first quarter, only about just under 2 minutes in that second quarter. So he's trying to time it out, but also wants to save her, but needs to get her in shape.
The last time Plum played on this floor, before, when she and Copper went toe-to-toe with 40-point games. And Mercury fans are so glad that Plum is wearing Phoenix gear now.
Well, she was by Diana Taurasi, we're dear friends, and being here, and to me, she's a mini Diana. I mean, just her toughness is like Diana. I mean, she doesn't take anything from anybody. She's not intimidated by anybody. I mean, but there's this aura about her, as there is by Diana, and they walk in and they own it.
Anytime somebody says, I'm gonna play like I'm shot out of a cannon, that's my kind of player. And that's what Plum was telling the media today. Look at Held playing the D. Final seconds, and Harmon will dribble it out. 94-84, Annie. What do you think and what do you make? Your takes?